Why do I have to have that one? Okay, I don't want to see that one all the time. What? How do you take away, how many times do you have to do welcome to live chat? Remember to guard your privacy. Yeah. Hey, so what I'm doing now, guys, I am setting up double take. So you see here. Alright, so this is me on YouTube, and there we are in the Facebook group, because so I can double to make saving, because what I can do is I can make those new fun workouts together. Perfect here. So I'm gonna make sure that I'm trying to get myself together, and since you know now that I have to double work, guys, you might not get the best view because that has to be on YouTube. So first of all, make sure that you're safe with your hair domain. Get the main in domain. We're gonna show that this is a brownie batter that I made today, and the one that I'm trying to get a hold of is Stephanie, who said in the group yesterday or so that she was craving eggs, and the only reason why I'm saying that is because that's how my mind works. I see something and that's how I kind of link those people together. I feel like I'm one of those people with a turban or whatever you call that, when there's a hair takes forever, you have to keep on rolling. Alright guys, so today I'm showing you my brownie batter Renegade core and back exercise moves, and that is a few different versions that I did on the Renegade row. And what I like about Renegade row, if you wonder why I'm not looking at you, I have to look at there. I've got to be cross-eyed. The good thing with Renegade row is that you are combining planks, which is for core, at the same time you're rowing, and there's no way out from it. So it's a really good exercise that burns more calories. It's just like a deadlift, but in this case you're doing plank, core, back at the same time. The heavier the weight, the more you're going to counter weight it. So I'm going to show you the variations, and then if you wonder, I have two basic builders and 1 kilo workout. These are posted in the group. I have explained on YouTube how to do it, so there's a link on it that I explain my shitty handwriting so you don't have to interpret. It's not like hieroglyphs, the hieroglyphs. Imagine, we still don't know those. Imagine if that was me and just like, I wonder what Pauline meant here. Yeah, it could be that or 5 other things. Well, we know that I don't even know how to name my words. Everything's this or that and so on. Anyway, enough talk. Got a lot to do today. Renegade row. So, I'm gonna set this one up now. I live and I train at home, and I'm a small person, but either way, it's hard for me to be in the spot, you know. Hey Trina, Ludmilla, Natalie. Okay, great. Natalie, by the way, I know that I've been chasing you and trying to get to you because I would want to have a body pod brownie that is for you. And by the way, if I got a lot of those fetish people on there, I'm not gonna have socks on to kind of whatever. Renegade row, I'm gonna do it with my model weights because I am not training to train. I train for productive workouts and building muscle. That means I can just go and exercise. Oh, this won't work though. Okay, maybe too little because I couldn't even do the exercise. Gotta have something with a little stance on it. Alright, so that's a bad view. You have to see my whole body. Alright, I'm gonna do this. What you need to see is that I'm in a plank position. I'm gonna have Pavel film me more, by the way. He needs to help me. Okay, this is the plank position. And if you can look at my back, what I'm trying to do with this one is that we don't want the sexy looking lordosis sway back. It's a lot of tension. And Juliana, you showed me the Romanian sumo style deadlift that I had on that routine, and you asked about the hey sway back. And then I'm gonna show some moves to try, so if you get a hold of Juliana, she will not want to do that. So I'm gonna scoot over a little bit. So here is the alternating prone Renegade row. So what I'm doing here is prone grip, and I have to keep tension in my core as I do this exercise. So I don't want to flip. So as you can see, my body gets into more like, I'm not having this, I'm having a strong straight back, and if it looks like it's not, then well, that's just as shit it is, right? So that's, you see the prone grip, that's one version. My back is asking like, why are you training today too? Were you trained yesterday? Like, yeah, I know, it's shoulders today. No, actually it's cardio. But I'm doing my thumb PRP today, PRF, and that means that I can't train with that thumb tomorrow, so I'm not sure if I should do... Well, I'm gonna do band the shoulder stuff tomorrow, and Paul is here filming. That might be a good one. So tomorrow we're gonna do shoulders, and since I can't use my hand, it's gonna be a typical of when life happens, you have to work around it. Boom, perfect. So now we have the neutral one. That is just a slight change. The elbow comes closer to the waist, but other than that, it's the same position. On the basic builder, this is alternating. On basic builder, I had unilateral. That means you're doing all on one side instead of alternating. And then the last one is gonna be the arm raise, which is gonna be the rear raise and rump raise at the same time. By the way, I have made the Body by Pauline to be the term about how I teach beginners. So I'm gonna have a playlist. I have 57, 12, but I'm gonna have Body by Pauline. It's like how I teach bodybuilding from basics and everything, how to take care of your body. I'm so excited. I feel like finally I have like some kind of domain, right? Like I never felt like I have a room. I wanted my kind of, every man has a cave, and I needed that for my Fighters Warriors to find all my stuff. So this is the rump raise, and so one at a time, or you can alternate it. Then check your environment so you're not hitting something. So why do I like this? Because it forces me to contract my abs all the time. So it's such a good thing that you have to really work it, and it's also it's very hard and it's really good. I love it. So this is a really good exercise to get that whole body to be aligned. Alright, so in the workouts I have listed, assigned reps and so on. So this exercise, this workout, the Brownie or Renegade, perfect if you want a quick workout for whole back and abs, and you need to do that in record time. Because you get out, it's like so tough to stay in position plus move it. Is wonderful. I know, I say wonderful about everything everyone says suck. That sucks. I got a question today. Michelle told me there's a lot of women who wonder how to build muscle after, you know, when you can't do it, when you've been doing it for a long time. How to build muscle. Well, you know what? It's time to listen to all the Brownie batters and the way that I train with light and high reps, and embrace the pain and the pain in the fire from doing more than 6 reps. The thing is, ladies, the reason why I keep on evolving is that I am overriding my fears of training light. I override my thinking I have to do what I had to do in the past. I'm not listening to my fears of what if I get puny? What if I don't lose my muscle by doing this? All that stuff. Same thing, like people prefer to stay a little fattier than they want to because they're so scared that when they get lean, you know, like they're too small. So they rather be a little fat. They don't want to see underneath. That's why a lot of people never got lean for show when I was competing. Because they like to kind of be a little buffer. Then you gotta be so striated. It's like everyone tells me, you're so scrawny. You know, pound for pound, how lean I am. That means I'm heavyweight. I'm a dense. Nobody's big when they're this shredded and like me. There's no way. So that's why people say, when I have clothes on, they look at me like, you know, do you know how to train? Well, I'm big, naked. That's how I love it. That's the Frank saying. He's small in suit, can pass as anyone, but when you take off, boom! And here's my favorite technique. Alright, so I'm gonna move over to doing the exercises that I wanted for the girls who have lower back problem and tend to have a lot of lordosis. So the ones who've been doing the wall squat for me, the one I say that you have to have the feeling of punch in your stomach, that is gonna be these exercises. The first one is gonna be what I call the ab pull from above, not from heaven. But this is really good. This is great for beginners, for anyone who can't do a plank because it's too advanced. Okay. Oh, I forgot. Imagine how hilarious you wouldn't even see. Oh, you know, it's funny to record and like I'm not even in the photo. And I don't even record myself. It's a cat or something. Anyway, so what you do is pretty much, you have to have a real tight, hard band, and then you pull on it. So what you do there is that you have to use your abs. And here's where you can kind of go around. And what I'm doing is like I'm pulling on it. I don't want to show my stomach, but it's like, I have to show you how. So you have to do it like this. Now I'm pressing, so I have this feeling of some punching stomach, I tell you. So what happens is that my lower back is now naturally flattened. You see? I'm not doing that because I'm recruiting the abs from the pelvis all the way down. So it's like you're using, you can do instead of plank to build up that, and then you can do movement in order to kind of make it more wobbly, which is great for strength like that. So that one is good. And then for Amy, I thought that this is really good. It teaches you, and same for Juliana, it teaches you from this to tucked a little bit. So if you have a natural super high lordosis, you have to do kind of tuck it a little bit to get started and squeeze the glutes. Oh, Ludmila, you too. So remember the cue of squeeze the glute and think about there's a hinge here. You're gonna have a straight back. This is your crane. This is your power base. This stays tight. Oh, I'm so loud. God. How can I make myself more like tiny? I have such a compensation effect, right? Like I have to somehow compensate that I'm tiny in my voice. Or my passion, maybe that's a compensation, like a Napoleon complex. No. Alright, so now we have the standing leaning plank to table. This is also a very good thing for beginners. Basically, if you want to keep on building muscle beyond the basic for a few years, you have to think outside the box. You have to be trained like me to actually train like a thinking, super intelligent person. Because if you want to be buff like gym rat, like this, the old guard, that's why you never get past that. You might think so because you get a little stronger one day, but you know that the looks is the same. So get out of the comfort zone. You don't grow from what you always do. You grow from what you've always done, but you do it harder. Okay, so this is what I mean. You're just gonna hold onto a bench or table and you're just gonna stand there. And here, it's like you don't want this pose, you want just like someone's stomach is someone pumping or punching in the stomach. So straight back. But this is really how you have to start. Like and if this is too tough, well, go a little higher up. Now the same thing. Simply lean into the wall makes your body have to keep postural muscle activity up, which means that it has to do that or you will fall. Okay, last one, the vacuum pose. I have to take off my clothes again. No, don't get excited if you are one of the pervs. Oh. You cannot do this with a full belly, guys. So when you do this, you have to take out, you can't do it after dinner on Friday nights, regular days. Alright, so the interesting too, guys, watch out, look at my body. You see how I'm a little less defined now in the morning? Good. Now you're gonna see in the afternoon that I'm shredded. That's how the body fluctuates. Like you don't look the same when you lean every day. One day I can look flabby, the other day I'm super shredded. And over the day, and I can lay down, and then wake up or lay down for 5 minutes and then stand up and I'm shredded when I have watery belly first. That's just normal fluctuations, watering in, water out from cells. And you don't get that effect when you are fat. And when I say fat, I just mean that you have body fat on top, it's not water. So water comes and goes in your body over the day, over the days and so on, depending on many factors. Fat does not. Okay, so this is the vacuum pose. And then you let it out. Okay, so this is how you do opera singing. You have to be able to get the stomach out. Belly breathing, and then suck it out. Okay, and then one more time. So for front, if it was a competition, they would do I forgot how to do that because I didn't do that one on stage, but it's something like whatever. But it's really good to get a technique, and you can start with the side to side obliques and use it like that. So what it does, again, tucks the tail in so you don't do this. Alright guys, this is it for today. I'm gonna upload those photos of the workouts. And för Ann-Kristin och från The Swedes, svenskarna, så kommer jag göra fjärils, svensk skulder, en fjäril imorgon, för jag vill visa det. Så jag kommer ha svenska filmer också. Alright guys, time for me to get my training, cardio, and into Beverly Hills, my least favorite place to take care of my body. Thank you for watching, and so happy to have you guys.